LeBron James all the way in.
Here comes Simmons the other way, 3-on-2. Simmons eludes the defender and lays it in with that.
Certainly the length altered that shot. Not a big window. Steps, crutches.
Play right there. Porzingis from Jennings. Throw down and a foul.
Irving, splits the defense with the dribble.
All right, we're back now. Let's talk about something that has been in question lately that I'm kind of surprised about, and that is, should Lonzo Ball be benched for maybe Clarkson, or should be on the bench and not starting anymore for the Los Angeles Lakers, being the number 2 overall pick, all this hype, all this craze. What do you think is the appropriate move going forward with Lonzo Ball?
I think he should start. Honestly, his biggest issue, as far as a rookie is concerned, just take away his shooting percentage, the points per game. Everything else is well above rookie averages. It's really good. Defensively, he's pretty good. I think his stats are a little skewed. I read something that said in defensive, his defensive plus minus is the 8th in the league. That good. Yeah. But it's not that good. It's a skewed stat for some reason. I don't remember why.
Yeah.
But despite his shooting woes, I really do think he's better than. I mean, his potential is a lot higher than Jordan Clarkson.
Right.
And if they let him start, it's all about his confidence. And I really do think the talk that was made about his weird shooting motion.
Yeah.
Is coming to fruition. Magic Johnson, they all said it was going to be fine, and then they would reevaluate at the end of the season. Just help him fix his shot.
Yeah.
Get his confidence up. That's the perfect way to get somebody's confidence up, too, is if you come up with a new plan to fix it, and then you actually help him get through the steps of fixing it, he'll come into the next season, his sophomore year, with a completely new shooting motion and the confidence of having a new shot. And I feel like all the problems with him will be rectified. The thing about Lonzo Ball, too, that I don't think people are talking about enough is his field goal percentage is not good at all. It's a 32 or 33%, but he really doesn't shoot that much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every game I look at his stats or the games I watch, he takes 9 or 10 shots.
Yeah, it's very low.
So to just outright say he's an awful shooter, I understand his field goal percentage isn't very good, but it's not as bad as his percentage is actually indicating because he doesn't take a lot of shots.
Yeah.
So give him a new motion, give him the confidence that he needs to take the shots, and maybe if you're playing a team like Golden State this week, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to lose that game. Let's be honest. Just tell him to go out there and shoot 20 times. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what he needs. A game like the Phoenix Suns game where he just shot a ton. He just needs confidence booster. Every part of his game other than that, he looks phenomenal, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 9, 7, and 7. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, it's good stats. He's playing very well in the other two areas. Shooting is probably not his strong suit. And like I said, I mean, I'll still go back to that comparison. I mean, Jason Kidd is a very good comparison to him. Those guys kind of average very low points, but they average higher than normal in assists and rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's too early for Lonzo Ball to determine whether or not he should be a bust or not. I mean, that's probably not what we're talking about here. But with Lonzo Ball, should he start? Should he be benched? I think he should start. Let him play out the rest of the season, unless he's playing extremely bad, he's shooting less than 30%. Even worse. I mean, there's some games here where he went 3 for 13, 3 for 7, 1 for 9, 3 for 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously he needs to be a little bit stronger going to the hole.
Yeah.
Is his issue as well. I feel like this isn't college anymore where he could just, blow by people and easily lay it up. You're going against real NBA athletes, dudes that can jump higher than you, dudes that can run faster than you. So you have to play a craftier game, especially when you don't have the athleticism.
Yeah.
And that's what Lonzo needs to realize, and that's what Magic needs to teach Lonzo is like, hey, let's teach you how to be crafty instead of, based on your athleticism when people are more athletic than you.
Mm-hmm. And the words of the great Jalen Rose, too. Because did you hear, like, the LeVar Ball calling out Luke Walton about the coaching?
I was gonna talk about that.
Jalen Rose, kind of jokingly, but he also just said it. He was kind of serious. Bring LeVar Ball on, just like hire him. The Lakers just hire him. They have so many people that they don't need doing other jobs. Hire him. His title is Lonzo's dad, and he's just there. Because, like, honestly, Lonzo Ball he was pretty good in college. He could score. So just have him there, just to be like, who knows? Maybe it would actually work. And for them they would pay him nothing. He doesn't need any money. Just bring him to all the games. Let him sit next to Lonzo on the bench. Why not? I think it's just like a circus show too. I love it.
I don't know. The Lakers are starting to become more of a kind of reality show to me, especially with the father LeVar. What happened with LiAngelo? Trump saving him.
Yeah.
All this crazy stuff, man. It's just I've just gotten to a point where I just don't even care anymore. Mm-hmm. And like the kind of the hype for Lonzo is a little bit dead, I would say. It's still there for Laker fans, but like national wise, it's moved on from that to like Ben Simmons.
Yeah. The thing about Lonzo too is I feel like it's like there was always the polarizing thing of like the hype where it was like 50, maybe like 60-40, 60% of people were like, yeah, he's going to be really good. And then the other 40 were like, he's going to be shit. And now it's like that 40 has grown to like 75% are saying he's going to be shit. And the other people are like, just hold on. He's not doing that bad. You know? Like regardless if he never amounts to more than this and he fixes his shooting to just average, he's still a decent enough point guard to still start on a lot of teams. Like, you're not telling me he's a worse point guard than what the Phoenix Suns have. Like, they have Devin Booker as their starting point guard. The guy doesn't pass the ball.
No.
There's a lot of teams he could play point guard for. He's not that bad. He's not going to be an all-time great, probably, but he's good. He's fine.
I'm wondering now, just looking at it, and what will happen in the future, let's say 10 years down the line, or maybe not 10 years, maybe 5. Is he another Michael Carter Williams?
Well, Michael Carter Williams, though, had some crazy, like, statistic games, Didn't he? Let me look up Michael Carter Williams.
I mean, he won Rookie of the Year. He didn't play too bad, but, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like...
Maybe like a Tyreek Evans kind of thing. Is that kind of similar to Michael Carter Williams, though? No, because Tyreek Evans is more productive now than Michael Carter Williams is. Maybe like a Tyreek Evans. But Tyreek Evans had a crazy first year, though. But now he's just like a role player.
I mean...
Like, Michael Carter Williams ain't doing too much right now.
Yeah. I would say, look at that. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, 1.4 steals.
It's not a bad career. It's pretty average.
I mean, it's average. I mean, the thing is, looking at it now, everyone's assuming Lonzo Ball will be the better brother of all three. Or at least in some people's eyes. I mean, they still think that LaMelo is going to be something. Who knows? But, I mean, is it too early to kind of compare the two? Michael Carter and Lonzo?
Maybe. But the thing, it's hard to compare Lonzo because he's not having that crazy rookie year.
Right.
He's not even close to contention for Rookie of the Year. Michael Carter Williams was really good his first year. Even his second year, he was really good. I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think he's gonna be better than Michael Carter Williams, honestly.
I think so.
Yeah, and that's harsh because I really like Michael Carter Williams. Syracuse boy.
Yeah.
He's a Cuse boy. I always have some love for him, but I do think he's going to be a little bit better than Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah, I'm just getting really confused with Lonzo. Like, and some days he looks really good. And I mean, it all comes down to inconsistency and consistencies with Lonzo. But it needs to get to a point now that we've been in, like, what? How many games has it been now? Almost 19, 20 games in?
Yeah.
I expect that now I need to see more consistency from you. It's been 20 games. You've had your kind of your rookie spell, how to figure out the NBA, the league, what you need to do every day, train, work hard, appearances for sponsorship deals with whatever you have, big baller brand, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff needs to be in check. And now that that's all in check, like your ball should be a lot better than what I'm seeing from you, and I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah.
Because I want to see it.
I agree. He needs to start shooting a little bit better. But I think it all comes down to confidence. His shooting motion's not, it's kind of suspect.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to figure it out. Boost his confidence some way. The haircut.
Oh yeah, what do you think of the new haircut that he got? He kind of cut it down.
I don't really care.
You're not a haircut dude.
I don't really care too much.
You didn't like the reverse Christmas tree?
Not crazy about it. I mean, it was fine. I just don't care what he does. Just shoot the ball better, man. Don't make me look like an idiot. I've been saying he was going to be better than he is.
I mean, we've been saying both. I mean, we have to be held accountable. It's one of those things where it's like we were really rooting for the guy because there was so much hate for him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just kind of hard to defend what's going on when his ball hasn't been very good.
Yeah.
To a point where it's like everyone could get off his back.
Mm-hmm.
It's still to a point where his dad has to step in and say, "Hey, you need to push my son harder."
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You're not coaching him right.
Yeah, just stuff like that. It's just kind of. Yeah.
We'll see. We're hoping the best for Lonzo, though. All right, let's move on. What are we talking about next, Bernie? You got anything on the agenda that you want to discuss still?
Nothing really too major. I mean, I'll just go into a little bit of small news, and then we can move on to something that you want to talk about.
It's small news.
Jaleel Okafor still pushing for that buyout now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to do something where they're trying to get $5 million. It's easy. Let him buy it out. Who will pay for him?
Yeah.
And that'll be determined by, I believe it's priority, isn't it? Like the crappier teams get a shot at him first.
I guess
to sign him, and then it kind of goes up.
Yeah.
But, we also have a little bit of news that you talked about. Paul Millsap going to be injured, going to be out a while.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks for them. Tony Parker going to be returning soon from a quad injury. It'll be interesting to see how he plays now that he's old.
48.
Yeah, he's like almost 50.
I feel like he is. How old? I got to look it up. You keep going.
I think he's like 36. Something like that. It's a very kind of crazy age.
I'm looking him up.
We also have Nikolai Mirotic, who also will be returning soon after he got punched out by Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Those two are still not talking to each other. I don't blame them.
He's 35, Tony Parker.
Oh, okay.
I was hearing that the trade, that Mirotic wasn't going to play without a trade, though. Maybe that's changed so far, though. I might be wrong.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like I don't know. It just felt like it came out of like a movie. The way that situation happened.
So stupid. And it sounds like it was Mirotic's fault. Like, not necessarily his fault that he got punched, but it sounds like he was the instigator of the whole thing from what I've heard. So, based on that, it's like you instigated the fight and you got punched, and now you're, I don't know. Mirotic looking like donkey of the day.
I mean, other NBA news we got here, just quick. LeBron James now leading the PER rankings for Week 6.
Okay.
Finally took over Giannis. Giannis having a little bit of a slump. Other than that,
our two boys are not playing super hot right now.
Porzingis and
Kristaps and Giannis, our two channel favorites, are not.
Yeah, I just think it comes down to now that the NBA season's kind of like mellowed out. It's been 20 games. Everybody's kind of figured everything out now.
Yeah.
Especially with the Cavs, now that they figured out how to play.
Yeah.
Basically, LeBron James, 100 minutes a game.
But playing the entire game. That's so crazy.
Maybe actually, I want to talk about that in a little bit. But, going back to Giannis and Kristaps, it just comes down to it's a long season. They'll have their time. They just got to realize that it's now we got to play at this high caliber level longer than 20 games. It's an 82-game season.
Yeah.
You got 60 more games or 60 plus games left.
Mm-hmm.
Play your hearts out. Get to those playoff spots. I mean, I want to see these matchups between Giannis and Kristaps, hopefully.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun matchup to watch.
Whew. Those boys would go at it. It'd be a good game.